Hey, I'm Liz, and I'm back again with another bird, and this time I have a baby blue-throat macaw named Benito. So Benito is a 6-month-old blue-throat. He's kind of crazy, very different from the green wings that I have that you would have seen in a previous video. He's very playful, and he's much smaller, and he really wants to fly. The green wings fly, but they're not always crazy about flying. And I really wanted a bird that would fly really well. And so I did actually ask a few people. Obviously I've seen Jinx, who is an amazing flyer on all the trips. But other people that had birds said that if they had a dream bird to fly, it would be a blue-throat, just because they're so agile in the air. They're very energetic. They're very clown-like. They're a lot of fun. And so that's the direction I went. I thought about it for a good 6 months. They're not that easy to get a hold of. You have to buy them in your state. And so there was a male that came up that had not been claimed by anyone and happened to be in California. And so I jumped on it because the timing was good. Training the blue-throat baby was completely different than training the basically young but adult green wings. And we started them at, one was 9 months, the other was already like over a year. So we were reliant on nuts. There wasn't any other, tight baby bond at the time. They wanted to fly, but not all the time. So you could get reps out of them, they'd enjoy it, and then they were kind of done. Benito has been completely different. He really wants to fly. It's easy to get reps out of him for rewards.
Awesome, Liz, that looked good. So then just increase the distance slightly.
The other syringe is over there. Benito! Okay.
Nice.
And he's much, I guess, clingier. I don't know if that's just species specific or because he's also a baby. But I mean, he was recalling to me without even having to feed him to start with. So it made it really easy to train him to recall in the batting cage. That was probably the biggest difference. He wanted to do it. So it made it really easy for me. Benito! So for people thinking about free flight, wanting to get into free flight, I think the biggest thing is just know that it's a time commitment and it has to be done every day. Every once in a while there'd be a day I couldn't get out there to film or do whatever, but I still had to do the reps, whether it be in the house or in the batting cage. You couldn't really take a day off. You have to be there for the bird all the time, and you have to be willing to accept criticism and fix your mistakes and kind of really dive into it and be committed to it, I think is the biggest thing. Because you definitely will have ups and downs. There are days the bird doesn't want to behave. There's days you have questions, things don't work, things change, and you really just have to be willing to do it every single day. What I love about free flight is I think it's just, if you love birds, part of the reason you love birds is because the way they fly. It's just the movement. It's amazing to watch them do it. And so when you actually have a bird that will fly to you, fly with other birds. I mean, it's a much different pet than a dog or a cat. It's a totally different thing. It is basically a wild animal. They don't have to fly back to you. And they choose to fly back to you. And so it's a very different bond. And it's also when you watch birds, even wild birds, falcons, other things you might see, they're beautiful in motion. They're just amazing to watch. And so when you watch, a whole group of macaws flying, it's just, you can't describe the beauty of that. It's amazing. It's so cool. Part of the reason I felt like I really needed to do it a second time with the new bird and why I'd want to do it a second time with the new bird is because the bird is very different. Every bird is very different. Our 2 green wings are completely different. So we had to do completely different training styles with the 2 of them. You had me doing one thing and Reagan doing something completely different. And the blue-throat baby is completely off the wall different from the green wings. And on top of it, I already knew that you guys had flown other blue-throats. I had seen Jinx fly, and I could see how different they were from the birds that I had. I mean, I clearly needed guidance. I didn't want to screw it up, and I knew he could fly. I knew he could do well, and I wanted to make sure that I did it the right way and not messed it up for him.
Benito! You look so good, buddy.
We do need a 3-legged stand, huh?
I think what I enjoy most about the community is just that everybody really loves birds. And because they love birds, they want to talk about the birds, they want to do things with the birds. They're just generally a lot of fun. I mean, it's just a really great group of people. I mean, I had 2 people come over all the way to my house, drive from their house to my house to help me with my bird. They didn't have to do that, but it was really sweet. I don't know if I'm supposed to say who it is, but it was Shanice and Mika, who like, you know, obviously have a million birds. They've done BirdTricks a million times, but they're like so sweet. They came to my house, actually like showed me, you know, a different way of feeding Benito and helped me with my training, and they didn't have to do that. But they do it because they love the birds, they love the group, and they're committed to make sure that everybody else does well, which is really nice because everybody wants everybody else to succeed, which is really helpful. I mean, when you're out there and you're struggling, if you have other people that, you know, can still pat you on the back and say, it's good, my bird did that too, don't worry about it, here's what we're gonna do, and they support you when you're flying your bird. I mean, it's just a really good group of people.
Benito! You're coming right to me. You were hungry today.
What sets you apart, 1 is experience, but 2 is also, I think, you give information about the bird as a whole. So yes, you work on the free flight, but you also help us with the feeding, and you help us with health issues or just general knowledge of the bird itself. You've also dealt with a lot of different species, and so you kind of already have a general gestalt of how the different species act, what is normal for them, what's not normal for them, what we should expect when we're flying. Besides all that, you obviously have a lot of information online that we can look at, and you're easy to get a hold of, at least for those of us working with you. We probably bother you a lot, but those are all very important things when you're working with someone, particularly flying a bird outside, which is a very risky thing. I mean, you obviously can lose a bird. Bad things can happen. There are predators and whatnot. So you really want to work with somebody who knows as much as possible about the bird and what you're doing to make it as safe as possible.
Good job. Yay! That was great.
That was really good, actually.
Day 1 outside was awesome. It's like, I mean, he actually flew. I mean, he did did great A to Bs and everything was great. And then he just took off.
Nice. Here it is. All right, so just stay right where you are. Yeah, good call. He's gonna struggle to figure out descending. So guys, stand by with Keanu possibly. No, not yet. He's looking great. Okay. Good, keep talking to him. This is looking great. All right, we got a raven. Go ahead and send Keanu, please. Awesome, thanks, guys. Yeah, buddy, come on.
One more time. That's it, babe. Come on.
Good.
That was a good one. Let me get tight.
I think we're okay as is. Do you guys see any other ravens?
That's it, babe. Come on.
He's doing perfect. No worries here.
Come on, Benito.
He just can't figure out how to come down.
I know. Benito.
Yeah, he's coming. This is looking good. Yeah, buddy.
That was a good catch.
So he's contacting. This is looking good. Yeah, buddy, come on down. All right, so stay right where you are. Good job, Liz. All right, here's going to be the landing. So if he comes close, catch him. You can catch him. Good job. And then Liz, go ahead and come close. See if you can get a short flight, if possible. Come back like 6 feet. Okay, so he's not going to go and pick him up. It's okay, and then we'll go ahead and give him the rest of the treat there.
Good job. Good job, buddy.
Nice job.
Well, that was a lot of circling.
Watching him on the first exploratory was really interesting because it wasn't windy, but there was a slight breeze. So there was definitely one direction he was going that he was with the wind and one against the wind. And so you actually could see him figuring it out as he was flying, because you'd see him go a little bit faster one way and then he'd slow down, come back. And he managed to figure it out. The other birds were calling to him, he paid attention, and he did actually come back down. Granted, he landed on Kim, but that's okay. It was a person, that's good. But he did it. I mean, he didn't fly off. He actually kept himself together and figured it out. You can watch, I mean, as you're watching them, you can tell they're thinking, because you can see them moving and playing with their wings and figuring it out, which is really interesting.
How'd you feel?
I actually was pretty calm because he kept circling.
Yeah.
I knew he went high, but as soon as I saw him circling, I felt a lot better.
Yeah, and he was calling you? Yeah.
He was calling, and he was definitely trying to come down. He was listening to the other birds, so.
Yeah, no, that was perfect.
Yeah, did you have fun?
Yeah, I mean, it was great. I mean, that was fantastic. I couldn't have asked for more than that. That was like, a good exploratory on the first day out is a complete win to me.
That was great.
Favorite moment? Probably his first exploratory, just watching him go. I mean, flying off the rock was pretty awesome too. I did not think we would get there in one trip after having dealt with the green wings. I didn't think that would happen.
He's trying to flock with him now. He's trying. Hey, buddy. So on your contact calls, you only really need to call if he's not turning and coming back. Go, buddy. Oh.
That's all right, come this way. There you go. He's trying. Here, Benito.
Nice, here it is. Oh! Hey, buddy.
Hey, Noah. Gianna.
Oh, here comes Noah. Can I get more?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Future goals for Freeflight. I think probably you could already guess this. Make him, help him get better and better, help him fly more often. Now that I know people that, that are near me, that I can fly him with, that have experience, even experience with blue throats, that's what I need to do, is get him out more. We'd love to fly with you more often, but you live in Idaho. So it's like, I can't get there all the time. And you're not in California that often. But luckily, there's a big group of BirdTricks people here in this whole area, from California to New Mexico, Arizona. There are people here. And so that's the goal. And then ideally, I'd be able to get Winnie and Tallulah back out too and have them all flying. Although I think Benito will probably always be the fastest, craziest flyer of the three. But yeah, just help him get better, because he seems to really enjoy it. Yes, you should expect to see Benito on future trips, because today shows that he actually wants to fly. Because the last couple flights, I wasn't even treating him, he just flew. He followed the other birds. literally.
Feel confident in that?
Yes, I feel much better now. Actually, I felt great watching him with the other birds. Knowing he was following the other birds made a huge difference.
Good.
Because he actually looked like he was paying attention to them.
Yeah, for sure.
Like having fun. That was fun, huh? And you went back to say thank you to Dave.